Hello everybody and welcome back to Columbus Aviation. You can see here we have a tower of boxes, quite literally. We've got 3 boxes. And inside of these are 5 different aircraft models. Now, I have opened up 2 of them as they came quite early. And there are also some other things in one of the boxes. So, without further ado, let's get on into the unboxing. This first box here I got from an aircraft retailer which is actually shutting down, and I would not recommend due to some of their practices. They are known for not shipping things. It is RM Model Store, but I did get this from there. I took my chances and I received it. Inside of here, which has already been opened, is a Delta Connection Embraer 175. So yep, one of these. So let's slide that over to the side and on to the next model. This box came from Alaska Airlines' actual official store, which I would highly recommend. They've got very low prices on everything. And inside of this box is another E175 Go Dogs livery for Alaska Horizon, and also 3 other items which I've used almost daily, which is why they've got a little bit of wear already. And it is a pair of sunglasses and 2 pens, Alaska Airlines and Horizon Air, which are pretty cool. And now for the big box, which I have not yet opened. This comes from Panda Fox Toys and encases 3 models inside of it. So let's open it on up. I should have mentioned those other 2 boxes did also have a ton of protective things for the models. I just took them out. So here we have our first layer of protective equipment. And our first model, which is an NG Models United Boeing 737 MAX 8 in the United Together or Being United livery, which is a very beautiful livery, and I'm so glad to finally have some mainline United. The second model inside is bigger, so I can't pull it out. Hold on. It's actually not bigger. It's the Airbus A321 in the Knock Knock Blues there. I think Balloons livery from JetBlue, which looks very nice as well. Also, oh, actually, it is a slightly bigger box. That is my first aircraft from the A320 series. And the last, but definitely not least, is this Gemini Jets Allegiant Air A320. So yeah, that is 3 Gemini Jets and 2 NG models to unbox. So let's begin from the top. Actually, no. Let's begin from the smallest to largest. So let's start with this Delta E175. All right, taking a look at this Delta Connection Embraer 175, which looks really good. You can see we've got all of the typical literature and the actual aircraft itself, which is not broken because I have opened this before. And you've got the side, which is standard sides, standard back, as real as it gets branding. All right, so let's see if I can crack this open one-handed. All right, so here we have the model itself. If you take a look up at the front end, you can see, here, let's see if I can zoom this in. Yeah, all right. You can see the forward cockpit windows operated by SkyWest titles, and then the SkyTeam logo. L1 door Delta Connection titles, which look very nice. The blue engine, which I always like. The winglets, the enhanced winglets, which I also really like. Registration, which is November 274 Sierra Yankee. L2 door, and the tail section, which has the horizontal stabilizers and the tail, obviously, which looks very nice as well. Switching sides. We'll start from the back, as tradition on this channel. If you can even call it that at this point. Starting with the tail, looks just as nice. Little shelf wear there. That's my bad. That's just a little bit of dust that's collected. L2 door, same registration and US flag. Over there, the aft cargo door. Oop, don't slam the whole plane around. Little scuff, that's how it came, but that's alright. Engines and windows, or engine and winglets, which look very nice. Forward cargo door, R1 door, did I say? Yeah, okay. Delta connection titles and the nose section, which once more looks very good. That brings us on to our next aircraft, which is the Alaska Go Dogs E-175. I'm not really going to go over all of the boxes, they're all the same. I will go over the NG, I will go over the rest of the boxes, however. Here we have the aircraft and its thing, and its little clam shell thing, and I will bring that right into frame in just one moment. Here is the aircraft. Beautiful aircraft once more. Little tidbit about this aircraft, I've actually flown on this exact airframe when it was painted like this, from Seattle to Vancouver last summer. So yeah, pretty cool. I believe that was operated as Alaska/Horizon Flight 2006. So let's take a look at the other side, as tradition is. Alright, starting on the forward end, we've got the nose cone and cockpit windows, L1 door, and beautiful Alaska Horizon titles. The purple engine, which looks very nice, and the branded winglets, which also look very nice. Big Go Dogs titles across the side of the aircraft, which looks amazing. And the proud sponsor of UW Athletics in the back, below the exclamation point. L2 door and registration, which is November 662 Quebec X-ray. And then the University of Washington W on the tail. Flipping around to the other side, let's not have a tail strike here. Same thing on that side, basically all of the same details with the cargo doors, which all look very amazing, I think. I never really noticed how metallic and shiny the actual gold paint is, which looks very good. Then we've got the Go Dogs titles again, and the Alaska Horizon titles in R1 door. Alrighty, so moving on to our third out of 5 models, we've got this United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8, which is my first MAX, in the United Together paint scheme, which looks very nice. We've got the side art and the United logo on this side art, United logo. I always love how creative and colorful the NG boxes are. So I'm just gonna prop my camera right here and try to open this up. Put it into frame. Alright, so starting at the front, we've got the cockpit windows and Star Alliance logo. We've got a blocked window and L1 door, which pretty cool. We've got the beautiful new United titles, which I think are really, really lovely. I much prefer the Evo blue scheme. Evo engines in the little stripe. Then we've got nothing special on the winglets. And the Together title, which looks very nice. And I also really like the, I don't know what that little pattern is called, but the pattern. We've got the registration, which is November 276. Is that it? 2761. It's short. Or is it 276 India? I'm not exactly sure. No, it's a 1. Okay, I looked at the box. Looking at the tail, we've got the beautiful Evo tail. The only thing that could make that better is if the whole tail were covered. Also, I forgot to mention we've got a little Wi-Fi box. Now, on this side, we've got the same tail, same details. Again, I really love that pattern. Something I didn't note also was the emergency escape things, which I think look very nice on NG's 737s. I really like the design of the blended, but the split winglets on the Maxes compared to the splits on the NG series. Not NG models, but the NG series of 737s. Then we've got the Being United titles and the R1 door. And then once more the Star Alliance titles. Logo, which I think this model is very great. So let's move on to our next one, which is also no, actually, we're going to do another Gemini next. Next up to be unboxed is our Gemini Jets Allegiant A320, which has the Allegiant special literature, which doesn't really cover all of it, and the special box art, which is specific to Allegiant, which is very nice. I'm going to prop up my camera here so I can open this up on camera. Alright, so here we have the Gemini Jets Allegiant A320, which looks very cool. I love Allegiant's new livery. The Travel is Our Deal one, honestly, is not that great. But yeah, so we've got the nose cone and nose gear, L1 door, Allegiant titles, which I really like. Emergency exits, and also the little exit pattern thing on the wing, which looks really cool. We've got the sharklets, which look very nice, and like the pattern change in the paint job. And then we've got the registration, which is, note if it would focus, it is November 252, November Victor. Then in the back we've got the L2 door, L2, and the Allegiant Sun, tail design. Whoa. Little tail heavy, I will say. Moving from the back, we've got same details, R2 door, and the cargo hold in the back. We've got a few antenna, and the sharklet again, which has a very nice design. Engine, sorry about the focus there, and forward cargo compartment, and the R1 door, and cockpit windows, and the good old titles, which look very nice. That was a lot of ands. This is my first A320 series aircraft, which looks... Oh, no, wait, I'm completely lying. I have an A319. This is my first A320. My bad. Last but most definitely not least, sorry about the lighting change here. It's a little bit later in the day now. But we've got this JetBlue A321-200, so CO, with the Knock Knock Blues there, I think balloons livery. So yeah, let's open her up. So I ended up accidentally, absolutely launching the box, but the model was fine. So here you can see up in the nose section, the Knock Knock Blues there, little text. And then the JetBlue titles between the L1 and L2 doors. You've got the IAE engines, which look very nice, actually. Very, very good. Red winglet, sharklet, I should say. L3 door. And then we've got the start of the balloons and everything. With the registration, which is November 957, Juliet Bravo. A few antenna back there, and the Wi-Fi box I forgot to mention. L4 door, if I didn't already say that. Then the tail, which looks quite nice. Spin her around here. Starting from the tail section again. We've got our 4-door registration and Airbus A321 titles. Aft cargo compartment, and the Wi-Fi box, which looks a little not level there. IAE engine, and the red sharklet again. L2 and 1 doors, and the cockpit windows, which for some reason are only outlined on the oh no, they're outlined on both sides, but not in the middle. If anybody could tell me why they're outlined on the sides in like a white, please let me know in the comments. So yeah, that is the JetBlue A321. Now let's get all of our new models together. Alrighty, here are all 5 of my new models, which are the Alaska Go Dogs E175, Delta Connection E175, JetBlue A321 in balloons, United Together Boeing 737 MAX 8, and Allegiant A320. No, is it? That's a CO. My bad. Alright, so this is the collection edition today. This is my first massive unboxing and will not be the last by any means. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. These aircraft really mean a lot for the collection because it will genuinely benefit my model airports, especially the fictional ones, a lot. Especially this guy right here, and the United and Allegiant, because, you know, regional service is big, and these E175s are quite hard to come by. So, whoa. With that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and comment for more content like this. Thank you so much. Columbus Aviation, signing out.